Hi there. Thank you for coming again to my YouTube channel. Today, we're going to talk about the issue of when you're facing a lawsuit and protecting your bank account, right? So, the biggest problem I see with clients that call me or come to my office is that they simply ignore the lawsuit. This isn't ever going to work. I don't know why people continue to do this. It's just not going to help you in any way. The lawsuit goes forward whether you cooperate or don't cooperate. So when you ignore the lawsuit, the court's going to issue what's called a default. And whatever's listed on that bankruptcy petition, I'm sorry, on that lawsuit petition is going to get granted. And so I like to speak in exaggerations because that always gets the message across. If in that lawsuit it says you owe $100,000 and it's only $10,000, you owe $100,000. You could say it's not fair, but you had your chance to respond to the lawsuit. You did it, and those are the consequences. So don't ever, ever ignore a lawsuit because once that judgment is entered, you know what happens next? We're at the collection stage. They're going to garnish your wages. They're going to put a lien on your personal property. And then, on top of everything else that they could possibly do, what we're focusing on today is they're going to put a freeze or levy on your bank account. Now, does it matter that you get paid today and you're paying your mortgage on Monday? No, doesn't matter. That's not going to save you. They have a right to collect on that judgment, and freezing your bank account is how one way they're doing it. Now, what can you do to protect yourself? Well, if that lawsuit's coming in and you don't think you can get everything in order on time, whether it's filed for bankruptcy or work out an agreement with the creditor, simple enough. Go to the bank across the street. There's no law that says you can't, right? You're entitled to protect your assets. That's the easiest, cheapest way of doing it. Now, how do they know your bank account? You've been paying them from your bank account. So if you pay them from Wells Fargo bank account 123, they know you have an account at Wells Fargo. All you got to do now is go across the street, go to Bank of America, Capital One, open up a new account. That'll buy you plenty of time. So at least do that. Now, you're probably also saying, well, they can't touch my Social Security, right? You're right. Good job. You did the research. You got that right. But here's what you don't know. Social Security is simple. Let's say you're working and you have Social Security income. Actually, let's just say Social Security for now. Every month you get $1,000 deposited. The bank gets an order that says we're going to freeze their account. Bank looks at it and says, no, every month we see a check from the Treasury Department. This is Social Security. This money cannot be touched. You're good. But what if you got a part-time hustle? You got a little side hustle going. You're making a few bucks. Why not entertain yourself, and a few dollars more never hurt anybody, right? That money's mixed. The bank isn't going to sit there and start deciding, well, we got the thousand, but then this money, what money was used to pay what bills? Were you using Social Security money to pay your mortgage, or were you using your side hustle to pay your mortgage? The bank ain't going to deal with all that. The bank is just going to say account frozen. So another simple way is, instead of switching banks, let's have two bank accounts. One for SSI and retirement income, and then the other one that deals strictly with your side hustle. But again, go to a different bank. But once that money is joined, the bank isn't going to help you. Now, could you always go to court and argue A, B, and C and say this money is mine, or this money that the account was frozen is really money from my son or daughter or whoever, that just we put it all in one account? Sure, you can do that. Do you think you're going to be in court tomorrow to resolve that issue? Who knows when you get a hearing on that? Could be a month, could be more. And during the meantime, guess what? Those bills are owed and creditors are calling to collect. So if you're going to mix up money, be careful with that, because that issue is going to happen. And once they freeze your bank account, even though you have another family member, your son or daughter, that deposited into that account, maybe they're paying their own bills from there. Maybe the idea was, I'm going to put everything in one bank account. I'll pay your rent. I'll pay mine. Even though it's two different locations, the bank ain't going to deal with that. So be careful with SSI. It's protected until it's not. And by that, I mean, it's not protected once it's joined with other funds. All right. So keep that in mind. Now, if you have any questions, like always, feel free to reach out to me. You can post your comments down there below. A lot of times I convert those comments into a separate blog post so that others can have the access to it and get a better understanding sometimes clients and readers of the blog see angles that I don't see or topics that I don't remember to talk about. So I always appreciate those comments when all of you reach out to me. And if you're a paralegal, or you're a lawyer and you're learning about bankruptcy, or you're taking my you're taking in your school, you're using my textbook. Hey, you could also reach out to me as well. If something's not clear about the textbook, just put your comments down out below, and I'll be more than happy to help you. All right. So take care, everybody. Please be careful when you get sued. Do not ignore that lawsuit. Got it? All right. Good. Take care, and I'll see you at the next video.